Personal story segment tonight. Not much reaction from the Hollywood liberal community about the death of bin Laden. We sincerely hope they know about it. And one liberal actor who has moved to the center recently is Lowe. He's the author of the brand new bestseller, Stories I Only Tell My Friends, and I spoke with him earlier this week. You say in your book that Hollywood is a one-party town. We all know that. It's a liberal Democrat town. Is there a reason for that?
I think that, and I don't know what it says, it's not meant to be a judgment, but it seems to me like creative people end up being Democrats. I think it's been that way.
Is that because
forever.
they feel sorry for the downtrodden or something? I consider myself a creative person, and I'm kind of more of a traditional guy than a liberal guy.
But look at it, let's face it. I think that Democrats are very long on empathy.
Right.
Artists have to be long on empathy. Republicans are long on logic, in my view.
Okay, that might be a little oversimplifying, but
Well, no, I was trying to simplify.
I just think that it's a peer pressure kind of thing out there. That when you get into the businesses, everybody is one way. Pretty much, you got to go that way.
Well, listen, everybody can relate to growing up at the kitchen table and hearing your parents talk only one view.
You did work for Dukakis.
I did.
When you were 24.
Right.
And Dukakis was an okay guy, but he was a very liberal guy.
Right.
And he got his butt kicked, as you know. Was that because you were working for him, by the way?
I can pick him. But I also worked for Schwarzenegger. And
Well,
he
there
won.
you go. What happened to him?
He took on the entrenched party system in California.
And got his butt kicked.
It's very
He got
hard.
terminated by them. They killed him. Look, I don't think Arnold knew what he was getting into. I really don't. I think he tried, but I don't think...
I disagree. I've never met a person who can't who was less good at bringing or better at bringing people together than Arnold.
Well,
he's amazing at it.
He
He's
did
a
bring it together, but he left office with a 25% approval rating. So it was just you guys that liked him.
I'm the 25%. Just me.
You and your pals out there, Lowe. Come on.
It's a very divisive state. To be, as they say, if you're a centrist in California, you get run over.
Yeah, that's for sure. But they got to change.
And by the way, that's too bad because I think in the center is where we should be because all of us agree on a lot.
Now, one of the fascinating parts of your book is your relationship with a guy like Sean Penn and Charlie Sheen. But Penn and Sheen are two of the most flamboyant, crazy, controversial guys. Were they that way as kids growing up? Did you know they were gonna?
And that's what makes them great.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here. Something happened to them,
That's part of what makes them who they are.
But
And
look, Sheen is self-destructing. Don't you feel bad for him?
We're gonna go to a hotel and wow.
I have a particular perspective. I've known him since he was 13. It's like talking about one of your true childhood.
Were you close friends with him?
Very close.
Are you still close friends with him?
I am. I still consider myself close. We don't talk as much as we have in the past.
Well, you kicked the addiction thing, right? You were a boozer, right?
21 years.
Is
Depending
that
on his
right?
airs this year.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
But he seems to embrace that kind of a culture
Yes.
still. Do you talk to him about that?
I do. He's not interested in recovery, which worked for me. It's worked for millions of people.
Did it take you a long time to get there where you wanted to be cured?
I was ready when I was ready, and that was my blessing.
So maybe that'll happen to Sheen. Maybe he'll wind up.
He's not ready.
Now, Penn is a very left-wing guy. He was at the correspondence dinner on Saturday night, and he wouldn't put his hand over his heart during the Star Spangled Banner.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sean Penn.
Come on.
He wouldn't.
You're making that up.
No, I'm not. I would
I'll
never
see the
make
footage.
anything up on this program. Never. I tell you the truth, and you know that. You watch.
I do it.
But he's a very. Was he that way when he was a kid? Did he have that anti-American chip on his shoulder?
The Sean that I know is hilarious, really smart, and gets the joke, and is arguably our best actor.
But he's intense, though. Very intense guy when it comes to politics. Very far left.
He's very much occupies that space.
Do you talk politics with Penn?
No.
That's a good thing, right? You don't want to get into that. Now,
I'm a centrist. I don't want to get run over.
When people read this book, what do you want them to think about you when they're finished with the book?
What I wanted to do with the book was just try to make it emblematic of who I am, and people can take away what they want.
Have you become more conservative as you get older?
Without a doubt. I mean, I am a centrist. My son, who's studying politics in high school, had me take some online, very complicated poll. You couldn't have put me more in the middle than where I ended up. And I don't know what that says about me, but that's where I ended
the
up.
one thing it says about you is that you're very wise not to talk politics with Sean Penn. Thanks for coming in here, Mr. Lowe. Good to meet you.
Thank you. You
Right.
too.
Well, we come right back. The most controversial story